a sea turtle can navigate across an entire ocean and return to the exact beach it was born on.
A pigeon can be released hundreds of miles from home and fly straight back. An ant can wander 100 meters from its colony and walk straight back in a perfect line. And yet a human being can get lost in a parking lot. This is not a joke. This is a genuine biological mystery. Nearly every animal with a nervous system has some form of built-in navigation. Humans somehow seem to have lost most of this ability. To understand why, we need to look inside the brain at a structure called the hippocampus. This small region contains something scientists call grid cells. Grid cells create an internal map of the space around you. Every animal that needs to navigate relies heavily on this same system. For most of human history, our ancestors depended on this system constantly. A hunter-gatherer had to track their exact position relative to water, shelter, and home. Getting lost in the wild often meant death. So the pressure to maintain strong spatial navigation was intense. Then something changed that nothing in evolution could have predicted.
And humans began making external maps.
For the first time, navigation information could exist outside the brain. For the first time, navigation information could exist outside the brain. This was the beginning of a very long process of outsourcing. Maps became more detailed over thousands of years. From simple stick drawings to detailed parchment maps with coastlines and landmarks, this evolution shows how our understanding of the world has grown. Then came the compass, a tool that did the brain's work for it. Each new tool reduced the burden on human spatial memory. And the brain, being remarkably efficient, began to rely on these tools instead. This is the same use it or lose it principle that shapes every part of the brain. For thousands of years, this process happened slowly. But in the last few decades, something happened at an unprecedented speed.
GPS arrived. GPS arrived. GPS arrived. GPS arrived.
And for the first time in human history, navigation required almost zero effort. Researchers began studying what this was doing to the brain. And the results were striking. People who use GPS regularly show measurably reduced activity in the hippocampus.
The very structure that ants, turtles, and pigeons rely on instinctively. The very structure that ants, turtles, and pigeons rely on instinctively.
In humans, the hippocampus is going quiet. Some studies suggest this region may even shrink over time. This is the same region linked to memory and to certain forms of dementia.
But this raises a deeper and stranger question. But this raises a deeper and stranger question. But this raises a deeper and stranger question.
Even before GPS, even before maps, were humans already worse navigators than other animals? The surprising answer appears to be yes.
Many migratory animals rely on senses humans simply do not have. Some birds can sense the Earth's magnetic field directly. They follow these invisible lines to navigate across vast distances. This magnetic sense is a powerful tool for migration. This ability is called magnetoreception. It allows birds to sense the Earth's magnetic field for navigation. This incredible sense is still being studied by scientists.
Sea turtles have it too, allowing them to navigate entire oceans.
Humans show no clear evidence of this sense at all. Some researchers believe our ancestors may have lost this ability long ago. Traded away for something that mattered more. Traded away for something that mattered more. Complex reasoning, language, and abstract thought demand enormous brain resources. It is possible that some navigational ability was sacrificed to make room for these abilities. This is a hypothesis, not a certainty, but it fits the broader pattern. Evolution is always a series of trade-offs. Enhanced strength and speed may decrease. Gain intelligence and navigate constant dynamic balance. Gain one ability and sometimes another quietly fades. Gain one ability and sometimes another quietly fades. So humans did not simply lose navigation skill by accident. We may have traded it for the very abilities that built civilization. We may have traded it for the very abilities that built civilization. And then, layered on top of that ancient trade-off, came GPS. Accelerating a decline that had already been happening for thousands of years.
This explains why getting lost feels so uniquely human.
We are the only species that built tools specifically to compensate for our own weakness.
But here is the hopeful part of this story.
Just like with the rest of the brain, this ability can be rebuilt.
London taxi drivers who memorize thousands of streets develop a measurably larger hippocampus.
Which means navigating manually, even occasionally, strengthens this ancient system. Putting the phone away occasionally and finding your own way may matter more than it seems. The ants, the turtles, the pigeons never lost this ability.
Humans traded it away piece by piece for something arguably greater.
But the ability is not completely gone. It is simply waiting to be used again.
You were never built to be lost, Use. You were simply taught to stop finding your way.